Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. We are going to be working on a strength building flow today. We don't need any props, so just come to take a comfortable seat and close your eyes. Take a couple of breaths in through your nose and exhale, sigh out of your mouth. And then starting to breathe in and out of your nose. Slowing your breath down. Feeling the base of your body connecting down to the ground. And the crown of your head reaching up towards the sky. Just taking these couple of moments here to center yourself before blinking open the eyes. Bring your fingertips to your shoulders, and then we're going to start to draw the elbows in circles. Notice if you've stopped breathing. See if you can keep the breath nice and fluid as you move. So we're aiming to make these circles as smooth as possible and to eliminate any movement through the head and the spine. So noticing how it feels in your shoulders today. And noticing any places that the circles feel a bit rough. And then let's move the other direction. And you may feel that if you've got any twinges in other parts of your spine, for example in your neck, you may feel that the neck muscles start to ache a little bit here. Keep those circles nice and smooth. Beautiful, last one everyone. There. And then from here, come to an all fours position. Spreading fingers wide. And just take a moment here just to pull up, in and up through the belly, so you've got this nice neutral spine. And then we're going to start by lifting our left arm up to the sky. And then drawing your right leg up. As soon as the knee hits the ground, you're going to draw your left arm back up. And then as soon as the left hand reaches the ground, you're going to draw your right leg back. So we're going to work through this a couple more times. Perhaps as you go, feeling like you can lift your leg and your arm up that little bit higher. But again, seeing if you can eliminate any movement through any other part of your body. Go for another couple more on each side. Keep rolling that hip bone down. Reaching the arm forward and up. And last one. Before we move to the other side. Right arm lifts up. Left leg lifts up. The knee comes down. The arm reaches up. The hand comes down. The leg reaches up. Keep pulling in and up through your belly. So, quite an easy movement, but the more we do it, the more we realize perhaps that the leg or arm wants to swing out and our core wants to switch off. So we're just working on finding that connection to our bodies. Nice, let's go for one more. Beautiful, everyone. And then from here, press your hands forward and lift yourself up into a high plank. So drawing that tailbone down as you push down and push the ground away with your hands. Staying here, building some strength. Remembering if you want to really activate in this plank, you draw your hands, feel like you're drawing your hands back and pushing your feet forwards. And then if you want to intensify a little bit more, you're going to pick up your right ankle and hook it over the left. And then we stay here. Keep breathing. Keep Keep strong, pushing out of your hands. And just remembering here that your head and neck is an extension of the rest of your spine. So if any tension is creeping in, what can you do to eliminate it? Staying here, keep strong, and then let's take it back to a regular plank, and then taking it over to the other side so the opposite ankle crosses over. Keep drawing that bottom down. Staying here for another couple of breaths. And then coming back to your plank and pushing your hips up to the sky, take downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. If you need to, pedal out your legs here. Maybe this gentle bobbing of your chest towards your legs can feel really welcome in your down dog. And then finding stillness as you push your hands forward and you draw your feet back. Again, thinking about your head and neck as though it's an extension of your spine. So just allowing it to relax down. One more breath in as you pull in and up through your belly and lift your tailbone to the sky. Beautiful. Start to walk your feet towards your hands. And when you travel to the top, take a hip distance position with your feet. And then just allow yourself to come into a ragdoll. Relaxing down, trusting your feet here, so pressing down to find that foundation to allow the rest of the body to relax. Coming back to your breath. And then hands to shins, draw yourself up into a halfway lift on an inhale. Think about your belly, draw it in and up, and then exhale, come back down. Pressing down through your feet as you start to lift your arms up, reaching up, extending your mountain, and then drawing the hands down through prayer. And then from here, we are going to come into our little lunges. So come into the center of your mat. Make sure you've got space in front and behind you. And then we're going to step forward with our right foot and come down into a little hovering lunge. And then step back with the right foot, come down into a hovering lunge. Step forward, hovering lunge. Step back, hovering lunge. Don't worry too much about the foot placement. Just see how easy this movement is for you today. Certain times of the day it might be easier. So we're just trying to keep this as smooth as possible and as controlled as possible. And now let's add a little twist as we come down as this hovering lunge. So your knee's not down, it's just hovering here. And then you're going to turn your body towards your bent leg. And then come back, and then step forward, hovering lunge, turn your body towards your bent leg at the front of the mat. Let's do that again, coming back, wobbling around myself, and then stepping forward. Nice. Step back into your mountain pose. I'll turn and face you, and then we're going to bring our hands to our shoulders again. And then take that full circle. And then let's move in the opposite direction. How smooth does it feel now? And now we're going to try to go in opposite directions. So one elbow moves in one way, and then the other elbow moves the other way. One's moving up, while the other's moving down. Can you keep your head and your body completely still? How smooth are the circles now? And then can you go in the other direction? Bit of a coordination challenge. Beautiful. And then let's come back to standing in the middle of our mats. Bring your hands into prayer. And then we're going to do the same with these little lunges on the other side. So stepping forward, on the left foot, drawing that knee down to hover, and then stepping it back, hovering, and then coming forward, down, stepping it back, down, and maybe one side is a lot easier or more challenging than the other. This is what these exercises are all about, just noticing how your body feels on one side compared to the other. You'll notice if you take big strides you might fall over, but challenge yourself. How does it feel? We're working our thighs here. For sure, working those quads. And then let's go for another couple more. This time let's come into these little rotations towards your bent leg, and then coming forward, rotating, coming back, rotating, coming forward, and rotate. Beautiful, everyone. Coming back to the center of your mat, and then let's come back to these little arm circles one more time. So let's take a full circle with our elbows in one direction, and then a full circle with our elbows the other direction, and then coming back to these elbows moving in opposite directions. So let's try that one more time. How does it feel now? Going the other way. Keep that chin nice and neutral. Beautiful. And then from here, step to the front of your mat. Breathe in, sweep your arms up, extend your mountain. Exhale, forward fold. From here, hands to shins, halfway lift. Pulling in and up with your belly, pressing hands against your shins. Drive your chest forward. And then exhale, forward fold. Root down through your feet, press up, reach up, extend your mountain. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, halfway lift. Feel that length through your spine as you wrap your shoulder blades around your spine, chest nice and broad. And then hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back, followed by your left foot. We're in our plank again. Let's pause here and build some strength. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Let's come down with our left forearm, followed by our right forearm, and find forearm plank. Now think about here again of drawing that bottom down, ripping the mat back with your hands, and really shortening the front side of your core to find that strength. Stay here. One more breath. And then we're going to take it into a little side plank forearm variation. So we're going to start to roll over onto that left forearm and reach your arm up to the sky. Now to make this easier, you could have both feet, one foot in front of the other. To make it harder, you could stack your feet like I'm doing on top of the other. Keep lifting up through the side of your waist. And then let's come back down, back to your forearm plank, bottom down. And then let's take it to the other side, rolling onto this side. How does it feel on this side? Keep lifting up and thinking as though you're lifting up through the front side of your hips. So that top hip is lifting up rather than rolling down. Stay here, bottom switched on, and then take it down. Back to forearm plank for a moment here. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and lower your body down to the ground. Reach your arms out in front of you. And we're going to take your arms in a bit of a diagonal position rather than just straight forward, so they're out on the corners of your mat. And then we're going to take a variation of locust here. So lifting now your left arm and your right leg at the same time. Keep drawing that right hip bone down and then return to the floor. Opposite side, opposite arm, opposite leg. Draw down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So we're just alternating here. Feeling like you're trying to draw your body in opposite directions, arm and leg reaching away. And then this time let's lift our chest now as we come up. Hang on, what am I doing? This way, that's it. So we're lifting our chest now, so we're getting that beautiful sense of a back bend in our upper back. Nice, everyone lifting up, so whole chest lifting up. And let's go for 2 more. 1, and then 2. Beautiful. Bring your forearms back to the mat. Find Sphinx pose, so your hips and your legs and your feet remain on the ground. Elbows pressing down, forearms down. Breathe in, feel like there is a string on the crown of your head pulling you up gently. So you've got a nice length through your spine. And then your glutes are active, your feet are pressing down. Full breath in. Full breath out. And then we start to tuck the toes. We start to bring ourselves back into our little forearm plank. Stay here. Build your strength. And then bring left hand down and then right hand down. Find a regular high plank. Again, pausing here. How does it feel to be back in plank? Let's take it up into a side plank here in our high plank. So you can always bring your knees down if you would prefer. And then we're going to take it up with stacked feet if we can. If not, you could have one foot in front of the other. Can you get that top arm reaching up, stacked on top of that bottom arm? Keep lifting up through your lower waist. And then let's take it down, back through plank. Pause here, bottom pulls down, nice and strong in the core. And then we take it to the other side, reaching up, lifting up. Feel like you're lifting up that lower hip and lower waist. And then take it down, back into your high plank. And then from your high plank, come back to downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Give your head and neck a shake out. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Start to turn your toes out and bring your hips down into a little yogic squat at the back of your mat. Maybe closing your eyes here. Notice any sensations. And then think about drawing your tailbone down, almost feeling like you're going to tip over as you draw your tailbone down and almost lean back a touch. Staying here for another couple of breaths. And then press down through your feet, blink your eyes open, and let's start to make our way back up to stand. Here concludes our practice, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.